my essential kings and queens. You've watched the hand sanitizing video, and now we're going to talk about the surgical mask. So anytime we touch our face or our mask with hands that haven't been sanitized, we can contaminate ourselves with COVID-19. So if you remember one thing from this video, it's that you wash your hands before you put your mask on, after you take it off, and don't touch it once it's on, and try to only take it off once per shift. So before you touch your mask, what do you think the step is? Yeah, that's right. You're paying attention. We're going to hand sanitize 20 seconds till your hands are completely dry. Now we're going to go get our supplies. We've got our surgical mask here. We've labeled it with a Sharpie with our initials. We've got our brown paper bag that we've put our name on. That way we don't mix it up and we have something clean to put it in for our break. Now we're going to hold the mask in the correct position before we put it on. That sounds simple, but it's actually a very important step that a lot of people can easily miss. So I know that this is the correct position because there's a hard piece at the top. So I know that this is the top because this little plastic piece is going to fold over my nose, and the bottom piece doesn't have anything in it. It's kind of like a, soft sort of paper. I also know that this is the outside because it's blue and the inside is white. So that's going to go against my face, and the blue is going to go on the outside. So we've labeled it, hands are clean, now we're going to put it on. So put the loops over your ears, and now fan it out. Okay, so you're going to put the bottom part all the way under the chin, and the top part is going to go all the way to the top of the nose bridge, like so. Now, with 2 fingers on each side, you're going to smooth and press down so that the mask is close to your face, almost like a seal. So one way to prevent fogging up your glasses is if this is close to your face, your breath isn't going to come out and fog up the glasses. So make sure that is tight. Now your mask is on, and say the mantra with me. Do not touch your mask. Do not fucking touch your mask. Now use all of your zen and your power and your strength not to rip it off when it gets hot and sweaty and scratch your face. Okay? Leave it on. I know you can do this. It takes a little getting used to. Trust me, it drives me crazy too. But once you get used to having it on your face, you just forget about it. You ignore it and try not to touch it at all with your hands. So you're going to notice some people doing some very creative things with their mask that are not necessarily protecting them against the virus. Some of the greatest hits are people leaving the mask just covering their mouth with the nose exposed, taking a break from it by having it hang out under their chin or on their forehead. None of those are protecting you. And COVID-19 doesn't give you credit for trying. So it's either all the way on, covering from the top of the nose to under the chin, or all the way off in the brown paper bag. So when we go to remove it, now you're only going to remove it when you're going to go on your lunch break, and you make sure you're more than 6 feet from anybody else so that you're protected. Or if you are home from your shift and you finished your commute, or if you need to change it for any reason. So 20-second hand rub with hand sanitizer. Get your brown paper bag. Say you're going to take your lunch break. Now only touch the outside strips here and pull it away from your face, directly into the bag. Try not to let the outside of the mask come in contact with your face or any part of your body. And boop, directly in the bag. So you've done that, and you're going to sanitize one more time. So sanitize right before you take it off, and then right after you take it off. 20 seconds. Okay, so you are going to get this one surgical mask per shift. However, if it does get wet during your shift from your breath, from someone hits you with a super soaker, you get rained on, whatever happens, it's wet, you can change it because it doesn't have the same ability to filtrate particles in the air when it's wet. Also, if you are closer than 6 feet from a participant because of an emergency, like an overdose intervention, then you're going to change the mask during your shift. If you have facial hair, you want to make sure that that's shaved off so that you have a clean seal with the mask. So nice baby faces for now, and maybe towards the end of the summer, get your hot boy summer back on, get your little goatee. Long hair, you want that tied in the back because that can contaminate your mask. You're only going to remove your mask for your lunch break, or to, have your cigarette break. Try and make that one time per shift. That's really important. And when you do take it off, make sure you're more than 6 feet from other people. Definitely do not deliver any services to participants with the mask off, because you're really putting yourself and them at risk, and supervisors can take disciplinary action now if they see you doing that or if the PPE is worn incorrectly. So try and be on point with that. And last thing is, you're going to have to get used to kind of using very loud voices from 6 feet away, because the mask might muffle your voice and the 6 feet distance from people. And we have a tendency when someone can't hear us to kind of move in closer. You don't want to do that in the age of COVID-19. Maintain your 6 feet distance. Remind the participant, if you have to remain 6 feet back, and use a louder voice. The new normal is just shouting at people from 6 feet away. Last thing, I recommend that you wear your mask on your way to work, on your commute, and your way home from work on that commute, and then throw it out once you get home. All right, till next time, guys.